Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. So this is a really requested reading that I've been thinking for a while about how I can do to make it fun and different from other YouTubers' readings, because I'm sure lots of you will already have watched this reading with someone else as well. So this question is, who will you marry? Now, before you say anything, if you don't believe in marriage or if you don't want to get married, this can be someone that you will have a long-term romantic relationship with. But if you are hoping to be married in the future, then this is the person that you will marry, because, you know, that was the question I was asking. And to make it a little bit different, I just got these Gods and Titans Oracle cards, which were voted for on my Patreon page. They just arrived the other day. I've used them in a few personal readings, but not on the channel yet because I haven't had chance, but we're going to be using them today to see which god or archetype your future partner will be most similar to, so what kind of qualities or traits they will have. And I just thought that would make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit different. So as you can see today, we've got 3 piles and I've put Muppet characters on each of the piles. So pile 1 has Kermit the Frog. So you just need to ask yourself, who will I marry? Kind of focus that question in your mind and breathe deeply while you look at each of these characters. Pile 2 has Animal. And pile 3 has the Swedish chef. So whichever character or group of cards you feel more drawn to, some of you won't be looking at the characters, you'll just be looking at the card piles, that is going to be the correct reading for you. It's fine to pick more than one. You might find that if you're drawn to more than one character, then some aspects of one reading will resonate with you and some bits won't, and some aspects of the other reading will resonate with you and other bits won't. As always, this is a general reading on YouTube. This is not a private reading, so some things might not resonate with you, or you might not understand some of the things that I say, but those will just be for a few people. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You can pause the video if you need more time. Before we get into it, I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons on my Patreon page, including Alex, Alexandra, Kat, Ashley, Jeanette and Kelly. Thank you so much for your support. I also want to say a big thank you to everyone who's donated to the channel via my PayPal link, my tips jar on my Etsy page, and my Amazon wishlist. Thank you so much to everyone who has taken the time to look over that and who has decided to support the channel in some way. Thank you to all of my other patrons as well. If you would like to book a private reading with me, the link to my Etsy page is in the description box. I offer private readings and also angel healing sessions. I do ask that you leave me an email address, a name and a question when you book a reading. There is a little comments box when you are completing the transaction to leave notes to the seller, and that's where you put your information. And that just means that I can get the reading to you more quickly, because I don't have to chase you up for things that you've not said or things that you're missing from the information you've given to me. So make sure you do that if you book a reading. And when you're ready, I'm going to start with pile number 1. Hey there, if you chose group 1 with Kermit the Frog, then this is your reading. So we're going to take a look at the cards and see who is the person you're going to be marrying. Now, if you're new to my channel, please do stick around, because we don't just do cards here, we do charms and dice as well. So make sure you stay and get your full reading. So we'll take a look at your tarot cards first. We have number 16, Change Your Life. That's the Tower card. Archangel Camuel. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. Then we have 2 of Michael, the 2 of Swords. It will all be better if you just make a decision. Overanalyzing a problem, find a compromise. And the 3 of Raphael, 3 of Cups. Reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. Okay, so what I can see here is that this person is someone who goes through a lot of change in their lives, and I'm not sure if they are the person that initiates this change, like they go through a lot of job changes, or they move house quite often, or they change their style a lot, or whether they just seem to kind of go through lots of evolution and transformation outside of themselves that affects who they are, like they are continuously growing and changing more obviously than other people. I see also that this person has a very stable and solid group of friends. They're probably also quite close to their family, or to a few specific members of their family, like they might be really close to their siblings or to their parents, you know, things like that. They might have an uncle or an aunt that they're really close to and that they really enjoy spending time with, etc. I feel as well that this person has a bit of a hard time making decisions. Like they seem to be a little bit indecisive, or Like, they don't want to make decisions all the time because they don't want to be the person that is then, you know, responsible if something goes wrong. Like, if they choose a restaurant and then it's not very nice there, or you don't enjoy it there, they don't want to be the person that has made the decision and is therefore responsible for something going wrong or something not being totally enjoyable. So that's what I'm seeing straight away. Let's get the rest of your cards. Got plenty of cards today. So, let's see. 6 of Wands. Okay, interesting. So I feel like this person, again, we can see the maypole there. We can see people enjoying themselves, dancing around the maypole. So I feel like this person has a lot of playful elements to their personality. And again, I feel as though they have a few good friends or are quite popular. But the 6 of Wands makes me think of respect, like they're very well respected or they're quite successful in what they do. People think highly of them. Then we have intuition. So this person has a strong intuition or quite strong gut feelings about things. Like they might just say to you sometimes, I just know, or I'm just doing what I have to do. You know, they just follow their intuition. They get these really strong gut reactions or like knee-jerk reactions and they follow them. They don't try to rationalize themselves out of those feelings. They just follow that intuition. You guys also got 2 Whispers of Love cards. So number 30, True Love. This love is once in a lifetime. That's a lovely card to get. So definitely a lot of love there. It feels like the best you've ever had. And number 27, Spiritual Connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. So interesting that the words lifetime are repeated there. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime, and this love is once in a lifetime. So I feel like you have known this person in at least one previous lifetime, but I feel as though it's also likely that this person is a soulmate for you, a member of your soul family. So you definitely feel a very strong connection to this person, probably straight away. Like I feel if we've got both of those cards together, then it seems like you meet this person and straight away you fall for them, or straight away it feels as though you've known each other for a very long time already. You just hit it off really quickly. And now for your 2 Gods and Titans cards. I'm excited about these because I feel like this makes the reading a little bit interesting. So we have Ares, war. He is called Mars in the Roman pantheon, Greek god of war. And Achilles, confidence. Wow, okay, so 2 very masculine energies here and very, what's the word, like warlike energies. So this person may be in the military or may have served in the military, or they may have a pastime like boxing or wrestling, you know, something that helps them get out a lot of pent-up energy. I feel like they're very sporty as well. They seem to be someone who is pretty athletic and who takes their, not body image, but their health of their body very seriously. They need to work out. They have a lot of excess energy. They seem to be someone who would maybe go for a run or go to the gym quite often, maybe a few times a week. They're that kind of person. But I feel like some of them will have connections to the military. They will have served, or they will choose to do that as part of their career. It may not be something they always do, but that's what I'm seeing here. Definitely a strong masculine energy from this person. And then you also got 2 of these Keepers of the Life Oracle cards. You got Canonos, Life Force, so again a very masculine energy. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So someone who is very sensual, really enjoys intimacy. And Mahavata Babaji, soul expansion. It's weird, I nearly said social expansion there. I feel like this person's very sociable. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Okay, so I feel like this really resonates with the Tower card. When I said this person goes through a lot of change, it feels as though they're going through evolution and soul changes and soul transformation a lot more quickly than other people seem to. So it might be that this person, you know, you've known them, say, 10 years, and you look back and you think 2 years ago you were a completely different person. Like, you've changed so much in that time. That's what I think about this person, and I don't think that they are ever really boring, that they always have something new to say, always have something new to add. They probably like the nature a lot as well. And I feel like they're probably a fire sign, although I haven't got any real, you know, indication of what their zodiac sign might be. I'm getting strong fire sign energy. Then you have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So you might meet this person pretty soon. Also with this card, it makes me think that If they do decide something, although I said they're quite indecisive, if they do decide something, they will just do it straight away. Like, they don't hesitate. Once they've made the decision, that's it. They start moving forward with it. Then you have the 5 of Scrolls, diversity. So I'm going to read a little bit from this guidebook because I really like this guidebook and how it's written. And, you know, some words or sentences might jump out to you while I read it. So it says, a woman stands on a veranda overlooking a beautiful valley dotted with little towns on the hills and along the river. Scrolls that she has read lie upon a table nearby. Another scroll is held loosely in her hand while the woman surveys all that she sees. With this card, you'll find that it's time to diversify. There are many options for you to consider and you should take a look at them all. Allow yourself to try new things, go to new places, learn new subjects, break out into different directions, and meet new people too. Don't worry about scattering your energy too thin. You're in a period of expansion, that word expansion that has already come out, so use it. Let yourself go farther afield than you planned. In the end, you will diversify in ways that introduce you to a whole new you. So, wow, that really resonates actually with what I was saying about how this person seems to just change so much. And I feel like they're the sort of person who will say, I'll try anything once. Like, that might be their motto, I'll try anything once, you know, even if they have reservations about it or if they're not sure they would enjoy it. I think they would give something a go just to see if they like it. They don't have a lot of inhibition about that. They're not too afraid of trying something new or, you know, tasting a new food or going to a different place for their holiday. I feel like they like to see the world as well. I'm getting a little bit of a traveler vibe from this person. They may have lived in a few different countries or travelled to quite a few countries. Then you have a pink backed card. And these cards are called Gabe cards, which in German means gift, because they're all placed into different categories based on the colour of the back. So this is number 39, Erfolg, so success. This person's definitely successful. And these people are walking up the mountain to get to the top, so I wonder if this person will have overcome significant difficulties in their life or significant hurdles that have helped them to reach where they are today. The confidence card coming out as well. I think I forgot to talk about that, but this person does seem to be very confident in themselves. They don't seem to struggle to make new friends or to, you know, feel scared when they're in a new environment. They just get used to it. They just get themselves out there to enjoy it. And then your last card today is Man. Okay, number 28, the Man. So this is definitely a very masculine energy, as I said before. And what is super interesting is you have the symbol for Mars there of the planet. And Mars is Aries, one of the gods that came out for you here. So I just find that so interesting that Mars has come out twice. I've never had him really come out in any of my readings before, so this is super interesting. So I'm going to do your charms and your dice as well now. Mars or Aries might be a deity that you work with or would like to start working with, but of course we've got Kernanos here as well, Achilles, who is a demigod, and Mahavata Babaji, who is an ascended master. So let's see what the charms have to say about this person. So who will group 1 marry? Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got. We've got a few initials coming out. S, U, H, and G. So S, U, H, and G, that could be part of this person's name. It could be their surname, you know, initials. It could be the place where you'll meet this person. You might get a random word coming to you when I say those letters. Just take that on board. Don't worry if nothing pops out at you because it might just be for a few people. We've also got the word believe here, so believe that this person will come towards you, but I also feel like this person has a lot of belief in themselves, which is why I find it interesting that they're indecisive, because they don't want to take on the responsibility for making the wrong decision, but they also have a lot of self-belief when it doesn't involve other people. Like, that's what I see. They have no problem taking risks for themselves or putting themselves out there and doing things that would only affect them. But when it comes to, you know, risking other people's happiness or gambling with something that would affect someone else, they don't want to do that. So they're quite principled in that way. Then we've got the attachment charm. You'll definitely feel very attached to this person. There's a strong attachment already with your souls because, as I said, it feels like a past life connection and probably a soulmate as well. We've got the fairy who brings blessings, so blessings showering your life, and the ladybird, which is a good luck charm. So this person might be quite lucky as well. They might often win things, or they might often be in the right place at the right time. We've got an angel feather, so angels surrounding this connection. The worry thread, and the hand of Fatima. So hand of Fatima means that you are divinely protected against negative energies and entities. So this person has a lot of protection around them. But I feel like they are a bit of a worrier as well, but they're not the person to talk about that. Like, they don't talk about their worries, they just worry quietly on the inside. We have the camera there, so they might enjoy photography or movie making, filmmaking, etc., home movies. But also with the camera, I think of nostalgia. This person likes to sit and reminisce about when they were a kid, or, their travels, what they did there, etc. We've got the rocking horse as well. I don't know why, but normally I get the sense there are two meanings for this charm normally, either childhood issues or going backwards and forwards in a situation without getting anywhere, because of course the rocking horse is on this little thing, it's not a real horse. But I just thought of the military when I saw this, being on a horse like the good old days. That's what I saw. So maybe it's just because of the card it landed on, or maybe they wanted to be a soldier when they were a child and that was something that they dreamed of, but they never actually did it. So just take that how it resonates. We've got the attachment symbol again. So I only have two of these. One is a clothes peg like this one, and one is a safety clip. So definitely a strong attachment here. And the notification bell as well. You might meet this person online, or your first communication with this person might be mainly online. You might be introduced through other people and just end up chatting online, or you might meet them in an online dating sense. But the notification bell also makes me think of just some kind of message trying to come through, something trying to get your attention. And I just want to connect it to the fact that I said you will feel very quickly like this is the right person for you. You will feel very suddenly like this is your person. We have the thistle there, so for some people there will be a connection to Scotland with this person, either their name or surname. They might be, I don't know, Murray as their surname, or their first name might be Ian, spelled I-A-I-N. That was just what I could come up with in the moment. They might be called Angus or Hamish. They might have family history in Scotland. They might have travelled to Scotland a lot. Just that kind of connection for some of you. We've got the pig of abundance, so I feel like this person is quite wealthy. They also might be born in the year of the pig. Interesting that that's another Celtic symbol as well. We've got the flower blossoming. That again makes me think of this person going through a lot of change and kind of growing into themselves in many ways. Maybe they were quieter when they were a child, and then they learned to be more confident and more expressive of themselves as they grew older. And your last charm is the key, someone who finds solutions to problems, someone who solves situations. So I'm going to get your dice now. So I roll the 6-sided dice to decide how many we're using. Sorry, not how many we're using, the set of dice that we're using. I have 6. Okay, so we're using number 4, that is the Looney Tunes dice. These ones. This is the dice that I roll to see how many we're using. Okay, if it's a 0 or a 1, then I roll again. 6. Okay. So, group 1, who will you marry? Okay, let's see what we have here. So the wardrobe, first of all, again, that's interesting because I always think of your style and your clothing when I get the wardrobe. So that might be that this person does change the way that they dress, or, their hairstyle or their hair color quite often. They seem to go through a lot of evolution that matches how they're feeling at the time and what their kind of mood is at the time, what they're into. We've also got the person who is a bit squashed here, who's had something dropped on them and they've become just a hat with feet. Very Looney Tunes image. So I feel like this person has had some significant challenges in life where they feel like they're just on the floor and they've had to pull themselves up again. They've had to get out there, try a different course of action, try a different path. And this Acme box as well, it's got an arrow pointing upwards, so I always think this way up or the only way is up. You know, this person just keeps pulling themselves upwards, keeps pushing forwards through the difficulties. We have Tweety Pie as well. Now, Tweety Pie is Granny's favourite pet because she also has Sylvester the cat, but Sylvester always feels second best to Tweety. So when I get this Tweety Pie, I think of someone who was like spoiled a little bit as a child or was really doted upon when they were a child. So they knew straight away that they were loved and cared for. They have this strong foundation with their family. And the mallet is interesting as well. As I said, I feel that this person likes to box or wrestle, or they're in the military. They're quite strong. They're quite physically strong. Just makes me think of when you are at the fairground and there's that thing where you've got to hit this button with a mallet and see how high it goes up based on how strong you are, and that determines what prize you win. That was the image when I saw it. So I see this person as being quite muscular, quite physically strong. They definitely care about staying in shape. And finally, we've got the two people arguing here, the two people kind of squaring up to each other. So as I said, this is a spiritual connection that's gone on for a long time. So you might find that it's just like, you know, slipping into a relationship that you've already had in many ways. So I'm not saying that you're going to argue with this person a lot, but I think that you're going to know very quickly what their strengths and weaknesses are, and they will be the same for you. So you will know how to push this person's buttons, or you will know what annoys you about this person and what is good about them, and you will not be afraid to call that out. Like, it feels as though because you're so used to being with this person, even after a short period of time, you won't be afraid to have those honest discussions with them and say, look, can you stop doing that? Or why do you always do that? You know, you're not afraid to point that out. So I hope you enjoyed this group one. This was really interesting. I'm super interested about the Aries symbolism, the Mars symbolism. You might want to look that up. I would love it if you would give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also let me know in the comments below how this resonated with you. I really love reading through all your comments. I try to reply to as many as I can. I just love hearing how it resonates with you, even when a lot of you are very different and it has to fit a lot of different situations in life. That's what I enjoy, is seeing how the same piles seem to fit for so many different people, which is just crazy. If you'd like to support the channel in any way, I have a Patreon page. All of this is linked in the description box. So over on my Patreon page, we offer exclusive picker cards, other spiritual stuff that's just included in membership, and you get to know me a little bit better as well. And it's a way to support the channel and just interact with me a bit more. I also have an Amazon wishlist for tarot and oracle decks for anyone feeling super generous who would like to get a new one for the channel. If you are interested in that, just take a look. It'll only take you a minute or so to see if anything jumps out at you, if you really like any of those decks, or if you have one yourself and you know that it works well, you might want to get that for the channel. I also have a PayPal link for tips and donations, and an Etsy page for anyone who would like to book a reading with me or an angel healing session. If you missed it in the introduction, I will need your name, email address and question when you book a reading. There is going to be a little comments box when you are doing the transaction, and that's where you write your information to me, and it means that I can get your reading to you more quickly and that I don't have to chase you up if you've missed anything. If your question involves someone else, I'll need their name as well so I can connect to their energy in the reading. And I think that's all I have to say. So as always, links are always in the description box. My decks are always listed in the description box as well that I've used in the reading if you're interested in any of them. Thank you so much for watching and sharing your time with me today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care. Hey there, if you chose group 2 with Animal, then this is your reading. So let's take a look at the cards and see who you're going to be marrying. And if you're new to my channel, please do stick around because we don't just do cards on this channel, we do charms and dice as well. So make sure you stay and get your full reading. So we'll look at your tarot cards first. We have number 9, Epiphany, which is the Hermit card, Archangel Raziel. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Then we have King of Ariel, King of Pentacles. Successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using resources wisely. And then we have Knight of Michael, Knight of Swords. Strong, committed, intellectual, diligent. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. Okay, so first of all, the zodiac signs that I'm seeing here are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So all of the earth and air signs. This person is definitely very intelligent and they seem to have quite a quick mind. So you probably find that when you're talking to them, they come up with like very clever jokes. Based on what you've just said, like their mind will just immediately find a joke to make about something you've said in a very clever way. So you'll think that their mind is very quick, and you'll often be surprised at how quick and how intelligent they are. They seem to be someone who appreciates their private time as well. So I'm not saying yet whether they're an extrovert or an introvert, but they seem to be someone who needs some time alone every now and then just to do a hobby or just to have some time to decharge. They might like to go into another room and watch a program on TV that they really like, and they just have that as their private time. Or maybe they like to have a nice bath or just go for a walk by themselves or go for a run or something. But I see them as being a person who needs that. They may also have quite a strong connection to spirituality. So they may be quite religious. They may be someone who does meditation or yoga. They may be interested in the paranormal. So, interested in ghosts and spirits and all this kind of thing. So look out for that in the person. I also see them as being someone who is very hardworking and quite wealthy, quite successful. So they may be richer than you financially, or they may come from a family that already has quite a lot of money. So it may not be through all of their own hard work that they have this, but for some people it will be. I'm definitely seeing them as being quite savvy with money as well. Like, I feel like they're happy to spend on themselves. They're not someone who is stingy or, tight with money or anything like that. They're happy to pay for nice things because they would rather have better quality things that cost more money than regularly buying something that's of poor quality because it keeps running out or it keeps breaking or anything like that. So they'd rather pay more to have something that was better quality, and they're not worried about that. But when it comes to investments and how they spend money more generally, they are quite sophisticated about that. They are quite savvy when it comes to that. So let's take a look at the rest of your cards and see what else we can find out about this person. You guys got 2 inner child cards, which is interesting because everyone else just got 1. So you have Seeker of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and that's Dorothy there from the Wizard of Oz. And you also got the Child of Hearts, Page of Cups, which is Goldilocks and the 3 bears. So what I'm seeing here from this person is that they probably like to travel a lot. It seems from both of these cards, I'm getting the sense of someone who's looking for home. So maybe they don't feel like they fit in where they grew up, or even with their kind of family, maybe they come from a poor background, but then they got a degree at a good university and now they feel like they don't fit in going back where they can't have intelligent conversations with people because the people in their community don't really understand what they're talking about or don't want to engage in something like that. Or maybe it's different. Maybe they did come from a very privileged background and they just feel like they don't fit in there. They're not into that kind of lifestyle. They'd rather find something different. So I get a sense of someone who travels, also possibly a foreigner. From this card, this person may be from a different country or culture to you altogether. But I definitely see this person as having quite a strong imagination. They're very creative. They might work in a creative industry, or they might have a creative hobby on the side. Maybe I could put those there. Yeah, creativity seems to be quite good. And they seem to be a playful person as well. Someone who's very childlike in many ways, very, what's the word? Just playful. They make jokes a lot. They like to laugh. They like to have fun. They like to relax a bit because they are a hard worker, but they also understand the importance of taking a break and relaxing and recharging from a stressful situation. I feel like they like animals a lot as well because there's a little dog, Toto, in that card, and I just think that they like animals. You also got 2 cards from the Wisdom of the Golden Path Oracle deck. You've got Don't Compromise and Power. Okay, so this person definitely very strong-willed. Like, they don't compromise. They don't let someone go against their beliefs or go against their decision. Once they've made a decision, that's it. You can't talk them out of it or anything. You know, their mind is made up. Also with the Power card, I feel like there's someone who will not back down. Like if someone is trying to say you shouldn't be doing that, it just makes them dig their heels in all the more. So they're quite a stubborn person is what I see, but very strong and powerful when it comes to their mind and their beliefs and their convictions. Then we have I love you. Oh, number 20. I love you. These are powerful words. So this person definitely has a lot of love for you. There's a lot of love and care in this relationship. And then here are your Gods and Titans Oracle cards. I pulled 2 for every pile, so I'm interested to see what you get here. So you have Ul, focus, and Anubis, protection. Okay, so Ul is the Norse god of marksmen, so people who are hunters or shoot with bows and arrows, and he's also a god of skiing as well. So this person may be from a Scandinavian country or maybe from Germany, Austria, you know, that kind of alpine region. That's what I'm seeing here. It's interesting as well that you've got, this person has a set of arrows set of arrows next to him there. So interesting that you've got that repeated symbolism. Someone might be good at archery or maybe shooting, you know, something that requires a strong focus. So this person, as I said, once they've set their sights on something, once they've set their mind on something, they're going to do it. They're not going to back down. They're not going to change their mind. They have already decided that's what they're going to do, and nothing will stop them from doing that. So I feel like this also works in well with them being a hard worker. Like, they have their goals and ambitions and their dreams, and they don't let anything distract them from that. So I feel like they're quite good at the work-life balance. Like, they're not someone who works themselves into the ground or works all of the hours God sends and just, you know, neglects their family life. I don't think they're that kind of person, but they won't let themselves be distracted and end up not doing something. You know, if they have a dream or an ideal or something that they want to go after, they will do it. And they won't rest until they've accomplished it. And then we have Anubis, protection. So Anubis is the Egyptian god of, basically, of the mummification process. Like, he oversees the mummification process. He oversees the embalming of the dead. So he's not necessarily like a god of the underworld or a god of the dead. He's more to do with the mummification process, but we nowadays kind of conflate him with the god of the dead in many ways. Interesting that he's a dog, he's a jackal, so this person seems to like dogs quite a lot, and that's a nice repeated message there. And of course there's the bears in the background there, so definitely a connection to animals more generally. But I feel like this person's a protective person, and because it's a dog, I get this sense of loyalty as well. Anubis has this strong protective, caring force in many ways. So when people think of gods associated with death, they often think of, you know, vengeance or anger or something scary, but Anubis is there to protect and oversee, and there's quite a lot of respect that comes with him as well. He's ensuring that the process is done to the best standards, and that the person who is being mummified is treated with respect and has that process performed in the way that they should, you know, in the way that they deserve. So this comes with a level of respect. So either this person is quite well respected by others, or they have a lot of respect for other people in general. Then we have Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. So this person is able to change a difficult situation into a positive or into a challenge for themselves. So if they get like a hurdle that they come across in their private life or in their work life, they try to see it more as a game. They try to see it as a way of, okay, this has happened, I'm not happy about it, it's difficult, it's kind of, you know, made things more difficult for me, but now I'm going to see how I can overcome this or how I can improve this in the best possible way. So they're able to change negative situations, negative thoughts, negative atmosphere in a room into something positive. So that's a really nice quality that this person has. Then we have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this person definitely playful, definitely likes to laugh and joke, as I said before. Kind of a childlike energy in many ways. Like, they just do silly things to make you laugh, and they want to optimize life as much as they can. And I got that from this card about trying to see things like a game if it's a challenge. They want to optimize their experience in life. So they're the person who, if you start talking to them about something serious or about something that they find upsetting, they'll talk for a couple of minutes and then they'll say, right, let's talk about something happy, you know? Or they just try to not avoid negative issues, but they just want to optimize their happiness and their enjoyment by focusing on the positives and the things that they enjoy. And that's a really nice mindset for this person to have. Then you've also got number 6, the Divine Physician. So I'm going to read from the guidebook for this deck because I really like how it's written. And I don't know all of the cards in this deck yet. I'm still getting used to it, but it's just such a beautiful deck. So it says, the Divine Physician stands before a well, carrying a jug of healing water and sharing his light of healing with those nearby. Upon his robe is the caduceus, the emblem of medicine and healing. And the caduceus symbol is a symbol of Hermes, or Mercury as well. He is a Greek god of messengers and also the god of travel. So again, this may indicate that this person may not be from your country or culture. Called Dien Kecht by the Celts, he made the mortally wounded rise again through his incantations of sacred words. This powerful eternal healing spirit walks with you at this time. So this is Dien Kecht, and he is the Celtic god of healing. This card indicates that you are moving into a time of magnificent healing on many levels. There's a person who can be a great healer for you, as well as a teacher who shares healing gifts that you can pass on to others. If you don't know this person yet, keep your eyes open. He or she is coming. You may also find yourself being called to help others at this time. Remember that word and thought, belief and feeling are key components in healing the self and in teaching others to heal. They are important tools in the Divine Physician's medical bag, so make sure they are part of yours too. Know that the light of healing shines around you and through you. Such a radiant joy can bring well-being to all. So I'm getting lots of different messages from this card. First of all, the Celtic connection is interesting. So for some of you, this person may be from the UK or have connections to the UK and Ireland, you know, Celtic connections. Secondly, this person may work in the realm of healing, so maybe a doctor, a nurse, a physician, physiotherapist, counsellor, all of those kinds of things, you know, anyone who works in a healing setting. And thirdly, again, I want to connect it to this person's energy. They seem like someone who can brighten up a room or who can make you feel happy when you're feeling quite down. You know, they're able to change the atmosphere into something more uplifting and something more vibrant and positive. Then you have a pink-backed card, and the pink ones are called Gabe cards, which means gift in German. And it says number 38, Begabung. So, Gabe, Begabung. So, Begabung means gift or talent in German. So this person is definitely very talented. They have several, I feel like it's not just one, several different skills and talents that they are very, very good at. And maybe they don't devote as much time as they should to these things. But as you can see, this woman is bending down to pick up this key. And when she unlocks this door, she's got this beautiful garden to enjoy. And that's basically saying that this person needs to put their talents to good use in order to unlock better experiences for themselves. And I feel like they may work in an area that they're very skilled or talented in, but definitely they have a lot of talents. I think for some of them it's a very creative thing. For others they might just be very skilled at healing, but I think that they have this talent that they need to put to work, and I think it's multiple talents. And then you also got 2 Mystical Lenormand cards. Again, I only wanted one. So you have number 17, Störche, the storks, and this is Aries. So what's interesting is you got all of the earth signs, all of the air signs, all of the fire signs, and all of the water signs. So I didn't mention it when I got to those 2 cards because I thought I've basically just listed all of the zodiac signs if I do that. But here we've got Aries, so a fire sign coming out there. And the storks are all about change, new beginnings, moving house as well. So this person, again, may not be from your country or culture, may not be living where you're currently living, so you might meet them when you're on holiday or when you're on a business trip or when you move somewhere, or they may have moved from a different country to live where you currently live. And then we have the dog, Hund, number 18, and this is the 11th house. So the dog, yes, this person likes animals, dogs especially, and they seem to be a very loyal, faithful person. Like when I think of the dog, that's the energy that I get from them, is playful, faithful, loyal. They don't want to upset you in any way. They try to stay loyal to you. They will defend you if they need to. There's that protective energy that comes with dogs as well. You know, this lovely companion energy. They're not just a partner for you, they're also a very best friend, you know, someone that you can depend on and someone who you can rely on and who you can entrust with your confidence and with your secrets and all that kind of thing. So I'm going to put your charms on top now, group 2, and see maybe some zodiac signs might pop out while we do this, and any other information that we can get. So group 2, who will you marry? Okay, so let's just look first of all at initials. So we've got Y and N. So N and Y, I mean, that spells out NY, New York. So for some of you that will have a meaning, but this may be this person's first name, surname, it could be another place name, or just a random word that comes to you when I say those letters. Don't worry if nothing comes, because it might just be for a few people. We've got Taurus as well. So now we've got Aries and Taurus coming out as repeated zodiac signs. We've also got I love you, which is really, really sweet, especially because you've got the card that says I love you, like those two repeated sentences. And we got the worry thread here as well. This person seems to worry a lot, like maybe about you or just about life in general. I don't think they're the kind of person who talks a lot about their worries, like they don't seem to be a complainer or anything like that, but they definitely do worry about the future, about their plans, their projects, etc. They take on a lot of the mental load in that way. We've got the eternal love charm, the infinity symbol wrapped around the love heart. So not only does this person have a lot of love for you, but this is a past life connection for you. You've had a relationship with this person in a previous lifetime. We've got the watering can as well. So this person may like gardening, but the watering can, it makes me think of care, caring, nurturing. As I said, this person is very protective of you and very defensive of you in many ways. So I feel like they probably care a lot about you as well, and would be the kind of person who would, you know, run you a bath and put what you need in there and then just say, oh, it's ready for you, you know, just that kind of caring, nurturing energy. We've got the happy couple there, which is so lovely to get in a reading like this. And Pegasus. Pegasus is a symbol of creativity and inspiration. He's also a symbol of healing and divine intervention, divine rescue in many ways. So this nice connection to heaven there. We've got Leo coming out as well, the lion. So this person probably has a lot of pride as well, and maybe that's why they don't back down or why they don't compromise. But Leo coming out as another repeated star sign here. We have the charm Fearless. So this person is not afraid. This person, even if they are afraid of something, you know, they will do it. They won't back down. Like, let's say they're really afraid of spiders. If you're afraid of spiders as well, they'll still be the person who goes and deals with the spider in the bathroom, you know, like they're this fearless person. Or if they are afraid of heights and you really want to go up the Eiffel Tower, like they'll force themselves to do it because that's the kind of person they are. We've got the mature man as well, so this person might be a bit older than you, or they might seem in some way more experienced or more mature than you. So maybe when you meet them, they will have lived on their own for quite some time, like independently, even if you're a similar age, whereas you still live with your parents. Or, you know, maybe this person went out to university and all of that, whereas you didn't. There's just this sense of someone being more experienced or more older than you in some way. That's what I get with that charm. We've also got the rocking horse there. This makes me think of childhood a lot. So this person probably had quite a nice childhood and a good upbringing. Like, I feel like they have quite a good connection with their family, but I think also there's the opportunity to have children with this person. So you can see there's a tiny baby in this cup as well, symbolizing new beginnings, new change. And of course the stork has this bird's nest with the stork's babies as well. So definitely the opportunity to have children with this person. Oh, and the baby tapir there as well. Okay, definitely this person would be very happy to have children with you. We've got the music symbol, so creativity, and healing with the starfish. So this person does have the ability to heal others, whether it's on a physical level or whether it's just healing their mood, lifting their spirits. And now we will do your dice. So I'm rolling a 6-sided dice to see which set of dice we're using today. Okay, number 5, that's the actions dice. They look like this. And then I use this 10-sided dice to see how many of them we're going to roll, because I don't want to roll them all if they don't all have a message for you. Okay, and it says 0, so if I get a 0 or a 1, then I roll again. Okay, 8. Nice. So, what can you tell us about this person? Who will group 2 marry? Okay. There seems to be quite a strong masculine energy from this person as well. I should have said, like, they definitely, if they are a man, they're very comfortable being a man. They're very happy with that. They don't kind of question their masculinity or feel fragile in that sense. So what I've got here is the person climbing the tree. So definitely someone who goes after their goals. As I said, they do not hesitate to go after their goals. They stay dedicated. We've got the person laying the brick wall as well. That makes me think of slow progress. This person puts the hard work in. They don't shy away from hard work when it comes to whatever their profession is, whatever their occupation is. We've got the strong person. So I want to connect that a little bit to the fearless charm, that they do things even if they don't want to. But I think that physically they're quite strong as well. So they might not be mega muscular, but I think they do have some muscles, and I think they are quite proud of that. They might work out a lot, or they might go to the gym quite regularly. That's the kind of person I'm getting from this. We've got the person who's trying to figure out what's in this present as well. So this kind of childlike, mischievous behavior from this person. But I just think, again, this person puts a lot of thought into the things they get for you. And gift giving might be part of their love language. That might be one of their main love languages. Got the person ringing the doorbell there. That always makes me think of a connection to spirit. It makes me think of your spirit guides or angels or patron gods kind of knocking on the door and saying, look, we're trying to get this message to you. Will you please listen? So this person does seem to have quite a strong connection to spirit, even if that's not what they're aware of. Like, say, for example, they always trust their gut, or, you know, if they see a sign that seems like it's for them, they go with it. So they might not see that as being connected to spirit, but they might just see it as being connected to the universe or to nature or whatever. But they are very connected to a higher realm. Then we have the person who's falling and the person who is like jumping down the step. So this person also is not afraid of failure. Like, they may have experienced difficult times themselves when they were starting out their business or starting out their career, or they might have been bullied, or they might have been told that they would never make it in life, or they would never be successful doing what they wanted to do. But they're not afraid of that. Like, we have got that fearless charm right next to the person who's falling. And again, I feel like they can just lift people up and put them back in the right place again once they slip, or if they fall, or if they are doubting themselves. This person is very good at kind of getting them back up to speed again. And then the final dice here is the people who are fighting and arguing. So if you get into an argument with this person about, even just about something not really that important, like where should we go for holiday this year, this person does not back down. So if you're also the kind of person not to back down, then just be aware that you may have some long drawn out arguments with this person, or you might go through a period of time where you think, well, I'm not speaking to them because they won't, do what I want them to do, or they won't even compromise a tiny bit, like it's their way or my way, and there's no in between. So that seems to be something you need to work on with this person, is finding a middle ground. Someone needs to be magnanimous every now and then, or you need to set up some kind of system where you say, right, this year or this time we do it your way, and then next time we do it my way, and there's no discussion. Like, you need to have some kind of rota if you can't come to a compromise with this person. But equally, I want to say, if you're not the kind of person who never backs down, if you're someone who's a people pleaser and is very appeasing, do not let this person erode your boundaries or kind of always make you do what they want to do. You're going to need to find your voice with this person and say, look, I'm not always doing what you want. We have to have some compromise and we have to have some discussion here. But I feel like if you've chosen this pile, you're probably well equipped to deal with this person. So I hope you enjoyed this group too. This is really interesting. And you might want to work with Ul and Anubis as patron gods. You've also got Dienkecht here. So that's options for you as patron deities. Also Hermes / Mercury came out a little bit as well. Thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you would give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd also love it if you would leave a comment below and let me know how this resonated with you. I love reading your comments and I try to reply to as many as I can. It's really something that I like to do, like to read them and like to connect with you in that way. If you'd like to book a private reading, I have my Etsy page linked in the description. I offer private readings and angel healing sessions there. If you're booking a private reading, there will be a little comments box during the transaction for you to put your information in there. Please remember to leave in that little box your name, your question and your email address, and if there's anyone else involved in your question, I'll need their name as well to connect to their energy. So please remember to do that so that I don't have to chase you up and find that information, because otherwise it can mean that your reading gets pushed back and you have to wait longer for it, and it's just more work for both of us. If you'd like to support the channel in any way, I have lots of ways to do that linked in the description box. I have a Patreon page where we offer exclusive picker cards and other kind of ad hoc spiritual stuff, and it's just a way to get to know me better and interact with me a little bit more. I also have a Amazon wishlist for tarot and oracle decks. If you're feeling very generous and you'd like to get a new deck for the channel, please do take the time to look over that, and thank you so much to everyone who has. And if you would like to leave me a little tip or a donation for this video, then I have a PayPal link as well in the description box. Thank you so much to everyone who's donated and everyone who's taken the time even just to consider it. It really, really makes my day whenever I get that notification that someone's joined me on Patreon or that I've got a little donation left for me. It really does just lift my spirits. So thank you to everyone who's been kind enough to do that. And thank you to you for sharing your time with me today. Have a lovely rest of your day, you guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Take care. Hey there, if you chose group 3 with the Swedish chef, then this is your reading. So let's take a look at the cards and see who you're going to marry. And also, if you're new to the channel, please do stick around, because we don't just do cards here, we do charms and dice as well. So make sure you get your full reading. So let's look at the tarot cards first. We have number 4, the Emperor, Archangel Uriel, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. 4 of Gabriel, 4 of Wands, time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work, release yourself from burdensome situations. And then we have number 8, Justice, Archangel Raguel, fight for justice and equality, rulings made in your favour, don't give up. Okay, so what I'm seeing here in terms of zodiac signs are Aries and Libra. This person seems to be very strong in their personality. Like, they seem to be quite a strong presence. Like, when you meet this person, they seem to be very strong and very confident, and you just know that they're there. Like, they just change the dynamic of the room when they walk in. They may work in the legal sector or have some something to do with the legal sector through their work, or they may have studied law at college or at university. What I'm seeing as well is quite a strong masculine energy, which I've gotten in every reading. Actually, I've gotten quite a strong masculine energy in all of the readings in this video. But yeah, this person works hard, they're very accomplished, and I feel like they're quite successful in many ways, and whether that's successful based on other people's idea of success or just successful based on what they personally wanted to achieve, that's open to interpretation. But I see them as being someone who would be very good in a leadership or management role, so it's likely that they might be working their way up to doing that, or that they might already be working in that kind of situation when you meet them. But there's definitely the option to marry this person, because that is literally just shown here as this feeling of weddings and milestones and celebrations. So let's look at your other cards. If I can pick them up with my nails. There we go. Okay, so we have got the Ace of Wands. So quite strong fire energy coming through, because you've got the Emperor, which is the Aries sign, and then you've got 4 of Gabriel, which is Wands, and Ace of Wands now, and they're both fire signs. So I see this person as being very creative. First of all, they have a lot of energy, they're very passionate, very enthusiastic. As I said, you know when this person enters the room, because maybe they're quite loud, or maybe they just have such a strong presence that you know they're there, and it changes the dynamic a lot. But definitely quite creative in many ways, or has a very strong imagination. Maybe there's a particular thing that they're very good at in a creative sense, like drawing or woodwork or writing. But I see this person having some kind of passion or hobby that's related to art or creativity. Then you guys got 2 Wisdom of the Golden Path cards. You got Compassion and Masquerade. Okay, so this person's very compassionate, very caring. They care a lot about others, and I feel like they probably do a lot to help others as well. With the Justice card, I feel as though some of their money goes towards good causes, like every month or very often they try to donate towards charities, maybe local ones, maybe big multinational ones. Maybe they will give food to homeless people, or they'll try to help them find shelter. Like, they're this kind of person that really cares about others and goes out of their way to help. The Masquerade card is interesting as well, because that suggests this person isn't very comfortable expressing everything about themselves publicly. So maybe they might kind of keep quiet about their feelings or their thoughts sometimes, because they worry about what other people will think of them. They seem to have a fairly strong connection to what other people think, like not being overly obsessed with like social standing or anything, but I feel like they care a lot about how other people view them. So they might have quite a strong sense of pride, and they want people to look up to them, and they want people to think well of them. So they don't always say what they think they should say, or they don't always say what is really on their mind or what they really think and feel. Then we have number 13, Miracles and Blessings. Everything has its gift. Okay, so this person might come from nowhere into your life. Like, they might seem like they just fell from heaven. It's possible also that they're quite lucky. They're quite a lucky person. I mean, obviously if they're marrying you, then they're very lucky, but I think just in general, they're very lucky. Like, they put a bet on something and they win something, or, you know, they're walking down the street and they find some money, and they just always seem to be in the right place at the right time, or always seem to be winning something or doing something that gets them recognition or a reward. Like, they're a lucky person. And now for your Gods and Titans Oracle cards. I'm excited to use these. So let's see which god or archetype this person is most similar to. So we have Jade Emperor, organization. Very interesting. And that really resonates with the Emperor card as well. You've got 2 Emperor cards, and the Emperor is all about organization, all about being in control, all about, you know, having it his way and sorting things like they're meant to be sorted. You know, the Emperor is not the creator like the Empress. He's the person who puts things in their proper place. So, you know, decluttering, reordering, that kind of energy from this person. And then you have Zeus, leadership. He's also known as Jupiter or Jove. He's the Greek king of the gods. So you've got a lot of emperor energy here. This person definitely very strong, very masculine energy. And I'm pretty sure I said this person works in a, or would like to work in a leadership or management role. So the fact that you got the word leadership is pretty interesting there. So definitely this person, very strong-willed, you know, likes to have it their way, likes to be in control or in charge of the situation, and they make a very good leader. They're good at managing people. They're good at understanding what to say to different types of people so that they work together coherently, or they do what is needed, and very organized. They might have quite a tidy home, or like to live in quite a tidy home. They're quite self-motivated, you know, they're good at making sure that they do what is needed, that they manage to drag themselves out of bed at the right time to go to work, and they manage to put themselves up for even more responsibility at work because they know that that's what they need, and they know that they have the strength and the passion to do this, whereas other people might think, oh, that's a nice opportunity or that's a nice idea, but then they never put themselves forward for it because either they don't believe in themselves, or they just think, oh, it's too much hassle, you know, it's too much work for me to do that. This person isn't like that. They have a lot of drive and a lot of passion and ambition and motivation. Then you have Radha, Soul Flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. So this person may be a twin flame or soulmate for you. It feels as though you've found your other half. When you meet this person, you feel as though you've got what you need in a partner, like almost as though this person, how could you not have known that they were there before, because they're just such a good fit for your life. And maybe you also feel a lot of the things that they feel, like you get a sense of anxiety when something's wrong to do with this person, or, you know, you feel happy when they're happy. There's this sense of coherence there. Then we have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So this person definitely doesn't hold back on showing you how they feel. They might make grand gestures, like the kind of person who would, you know, propose to you in front of 300 people, you know, like they're that kind of person who would orchestrate something to show how much they care and to show that you're so special to them. And you might be embarrassed by that, or you might feel like it's too much, but this person has quite an extravagant nature when it comes to their personality and expressing themselves and showing how much they care. So as I said, a very strong presence and a very strong-willed person. Then you have the Eight of Roses, Sangha, community. So I'm going to read from the guidebook for this card because I really like how this guidebook's written. And there might be a word or a sentence that jumps out to you when I read this. So it says, inside a room, people are seated around a table, conversing with interest and energy. There are many icons from different groups and societies. A caduceus, a sunflower, a Tibetan bell, an Egyptian scarab, a dream catcher, and a Star of David are just a few. This card indicates that it's time to join or rejoin your group, your ashram, your tribe, or your sangha. Whatever you call it, it is a community that connects you with others of like-minded purpose and activity. There are many communities in each person's life, and still more that return from past lives. For instance, you have your family, friends, and work associates, but you also have the people with whom you share many creative, cultural, or spiritual purposes. New friends can also be coming your way at this time. Be open to these new connections. You will not only find help with current directives, but you may also reawaken past life relationships, talents, and disciplines. It's time for a happy sharing of your discoveries. So, very interesting. There's a few things coming out to me with this card. Firstly, I think this person's very popular, and they might have quite a large extended family or a very large group of friends. There's a lot of people that likes to know this person and to hang out with this person. Secondly, I said before that they're likely a soulmate, so like a member of your soul family. I think it's also very likely you've had a past life with this person, whether that was a romantic relationship or not. Then there was a lot of talk of different symbolism here. So the caduceus is here somewhere, and that is a symbol of the Greek god Hermes, known as Mercury in Rome. So you've already got one Greek god with Zeus there. So this person may be Greek, Chinese. I will extend this to Hong Kong and Singapore as well. And then there was also mention of an Egyptian scarab, so North Africa, and something else that I've forgotten. I can see a Buddhist symbol there. Obviously that extends to a lot of different countries. Oh, the Star of David as well. They might be Jewish. So whatever resonates with you there, take that on board. But yeah, this person definitely very, very popular, and they might bring a lot of new people into your life because they have a big family or they have like a strong circle of friends, and so their friends become your friends, and you know, you get to know a lot of people through this person. Then you have a white-backed card, and the white cards in this deck are called Gnade, which means mercy in German. So, number 42, Liebe. Okay, so there's a lot of love in this connection. This person really loves you a lot, and as you can see, this person's like showering this love on top of you, so definitely they like to make grand gestures and show with other people there, showing how much they care about you, and they like doing things like they buy a big gift or they surprise you with a fancy holiday or something to show that they care. Like they like to do this. They seem quite generous, and they like to see your reaction and sometimes other people's reactions as well. Like it makes them feel proud of how much they love you. And then we've got the child, number 13, Kind, and it's the 5th house. So the child, there's definitely the opportunity to have children with this person. I feel like it's saying as well that in many ways this person seems quite childlike, or they have a childlike energy to them. Maybe they can be a bit childish sometimes, or maybe they just like to have fun and playful and, you know, enjoy themselves. I like the little fairies in this card as well, little pixies. Really, really sweet. So I'm going to put your charms on top now, you guys, and then your dice. So let's see what other information we'll get from this. We might get initials or zodiac signs, etc. So group 3, who is the person that you'll marry? Okay, that took a while before I was satisfied. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so initials wise, we've got E and N. E and N, so that could be someone's first name, surname, it could be a place or a word that comes to you when I say those letters. We've got the Six of Wands as well, so this person's definitely very respected, well respected. They might be quite successful at what they do as well. People think highly of this person. The birdhouse as well, they definitely have a lot of friends. This bird's beak is open, calling for his friends, his family. You know, this person's always surrounded by a lot of people. We've got the deer there, so this person actually might not be as confident as they make out sometimes. You know, they might be more innocent on the inside than they want other people to think. The cookies as well, as I said, they're very generous and they're very indulgent themselves. They like to have nice things, they like to go out for dinner, they like to, you know, eat nice treats and wear nice clothes. They spend their money well. Then you have Eros or Cupid, the Greek and Roman god of love and beauty. So that's the third Greek god that you've got here. Nice that he's come out in your reading as well. And the Thistle, so connections to Scotland. Some people may have a Scottish name or surname, connection to Scotland through their family history or through travel or through their work. We've got Pegasus as well, another Greek symbol. Pegasus has connotations of divine intervention, divine rescue, but also of creativity, which we've talked about before with this person, and healing as well. And I can see you've got a starfish, which is a symbol of healing for me. So this person might work in the medical sector because you've got the Caduceus, another healing symbol. Or they may just be very good at lifting someone's spirits or talking to someone in the right way that makes them feel better about their situation. Got the hockey sticks as well, teamwork. This person's very supportive. They want the relationship to be equal. They may also play some kind of team sport. Then we've got the olive branch. Again, a very Greek symbol, you know, this person wanting to reach out and help or reach out and support. So a very Mediterranean feel is what I'm getting from this person. They are always the first person to extend the hand of forgiveness or extend the hand of compassion. As I said, this person cares a lot about others, but if there's been a dispute or an argument, they are the first person to try and fix things. They're not a sulker. They're not someone who goes off and doesn't speak to you for days or anything like that. Like, they try to fix things as quickly as they can. We've got the monkey, so very cheeky, playful, light-hearted energy. They might be born in the year of the monkey as well. Interesting that it's landed on the Chinese card because obviously the year of the monkey is from the Chinese calendar. Then we've got the cat in the ring. So this person really puts you on a pedestal. This person really sees you as their queen or their empress if they are the emperor. Then the rocking horse. This is weird. This has come out in every single reading in this video. The rocking horse is a symbol of childhood to me, and sometimes is a symbol of kind of going backwards and forwards, not getting anywhere. But I think it's more about children here, childhood. You know, this person, I feel like this is the kind of person who never really changes. What I'm getting from their energy is that they've been the same way since they were a kid. Like, they've always had their very strong beliefs and very strong ways of acting, and all that's happened as they've grown older is that has been amplified. But I think that definitely there is the opportunity to have children with this person because you've got the child coming out there. This person's very protective. We have the Hand of Fatima, symbol of divine protection against negative energies and entities. The Black Knight as well. The Black Knight is the symbol of someone who doesn't reveal what they're thinking or feeling or doesn't reveal their motives. So I want to link that to the Masquerade card. As I said before, this person often holds back what they think about or what their, you know, what their true beliefs are sometimes. The Screwdriver, wanting to fix things, wanting to make something more secure. As I said, they're the person who tries to fix an argument straight away. They don't sulk, they don't kind of play the blame game or anything like that. They try to fix things. I also feel like this is going to be quite a secure, stable relationship. They might also be good with DIY and kind of fixing odd jobs, that kind of thing. Maybe they do work as a handyman or kind of a skilled worker in that way. There's the hairdryer there as well, the symbol of blowing hot and cold, you know, not always being sure what you want. and the love heart that's landed on the love card, which is just such a lovely way to wrap up the charms there. So I'm going to get your dice on top now as well and see what they have to say. So we'll see which set of dice we're using first of all. Number 2, that's the original dice. So I'll just get those. They look like this. And then I'll roll this dice to see how many of them I'm going to roll for you. 6. Okay. So, group 3, who will you marry? Okay. Okay, so first of all, I can see that you've got the alien and you've also got the world. So I think for a lot of you, this person is not from your country or culture. They are a foreigner to you. They do seem to be different in some way. So maybe they are from your country, but they just are from a different social background. But I think for a lot of you, this person is a foreigner to you. It's likely also that they're a starseed because we've got that charm with the alien on it. The Tower as well, this person is like a solid force. They are very strong, they are very principled, you know, they're like this big rock that you can cling to, who is always going to be there through the difficult times, through the storms, etc. They're very well read as well. They're quite a learned person. They may have done a lot of study, or they may have a lot of knowledge about one specific area, like very expert knowledge. And the magnifying glass as well. I think of searching for something, you know, you find what you're seeking. And that's landed on the miracles and blessings card. So you just find this person unexpectedly, I think. And then we've got the person who looks unhappy, the kind of downturned mouth. Again, this person does not tell you when they're feeling down, or they do not like to express their feelings very much, so they keep it to themselves. The main thing that they do express feelings-wise is their love. They like to express how much they care about you, how much they cherish you, etc. That's what they talk about, but they don't talk about how they're feeling, or they don't talk about, you know, the fact that they're worried about something, or the fact that someone upset them earlier that day. They keep that to themselves, which I feel could probably be frustrating at some point, but just as long as you're aware of it, then you can work on it. But I hope you enjoyed this group 3. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you don't miss out on new videos. I would love it if you would leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this resonated with you. I do read all of the comments and I try to reply to as many as I can. If you would like to book a private reading or an angel healing session with me, I have an Etsy page linked in the description box. And when you're booking a reading, there will be a little comments box when you're going through the transaction. And that's where you need to put your name, your email address, and your question for me, please. And if your question involves anyone else, I will need their name as well. Please remember to do that, because if you don't do that, it means I've got to chase you for it, and then it means that your reading gets held back a lot of the time if it takes some time to reply or to find you. It's just so much easier if you get that written in there for me. Also, if you would like to help out the channel in any way, I have a Patreon page. All of the links are in the description box for these things. A Patreon page where I offer exclusive picker cards, also other spiritual things for free, just included in your membership, and it's a way to get to know me better and interact with me a bit more. I have a PayPal link for tips and donations, and I have an Amazon wishlist for new tarot and oracle decks. So if you're feeling very generous and you'd like to leave a donation, or if you'd like to get a new deck for the channel, thank you so much for taking the time to look through my wishlist or taking the time to do that. Everyone who's done that, thank you. You are so kind and generous, and it really does make my day whenever I get a little notification saying that someone's joined me on Patreon or that I've got a new donation. It just blows me away every time that people want to do that and that people care so much about the content I create. So thank you so much to everyone who's done that. It really does mean a lot to me. And thank you for sharing your time with me today. I'm sorry my voice was going a little bit in this last reading. I need a drink, I think. It's very hot today. But thank you for sharing your time with me. Have a lovely rest of your day, you guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care.